ISBN book publisher, where we can publish ISBN books on our own publications, and also we do Scopus chapter publication also in it. And we also provide patent grant and publication for all countries like US, UK, Japan, China, etc. And also we are internationally affiliated organization where we are have the credibility to give international credited certificates and awards, physical and e-awards being there. So this is the basic introduction about us, and our service is something like into like all related to research and development for all PhD or doctorate peoples. We are assisting them for the entire process on it. So we are conducting this workshop for this is our ninth international workshop, which we are conducting of free. There will not be any registration charges for it. I hope many of them also know about this, but still I'm just want to address it here. So we are supposed to continue this free workshop for a long time in it, and we require a long, hard welcome cooperation from all of you to go further. And also, right, I would like to place this opportunity, right. If anyone would be like to just join as a resource person also, you can also reach us to our official number and share your requirements. So based on that, we'll have an recheck, and we can proceed for the future resource person, that you can be one of our esteemed resource person on it. So let me go over today's topic. So today's topic is like how to get assured acceptance in SCIE Q1 journals like IEEE transactions with writing and revision techniques. So in this thing, we are going to cover a few of the topic session tracks in it, and this has been conducted by Dr. Nisarg Chandrakant Joshi, sir, in charge principal and nodal officer, Ratnamani Science and Commerce College, India. And I'm really happy to welcome you to this esteemed session on it, sir. We are glad that you can share your entire ideas as well as your experience here, which will also help our researchers as well as students and the future Indias to get enhance their knowledge and also improvise their quality of learning in it. And your major things will help us to go further forward it. And I hope this session goes to a successful thing on it. And I request the participants, right, you have to cooperate with the resource person. So like just whenever you have any doubts, we request you to kindly raise, or there is a smiley there, you can raise your hands, and the respective resource person will have a time for you to discussion on it, or else sir will allow the time for a discussion. At the time you can have a discussion, so that the entire workshop session will go with an extraordinary session where all the ideas will be shared. It will not be like a debate, it will be like a session. It should be like education. It's like an knowledge sharing, it should not be like a debate. That is what I suggest to it. So, and also, if someone else is busy or with another call, we request you to mute yourself until unless you are required to talk on it. So we request every participant to keep yourself mute, so that other participant will not have any trouble because of your other personal requirement. So this is my humble request for all the participants, so that please cooperate with the resource person for him to take over the entire session successfully. Thank you, sir. Sir, Joshi sir, please take over the session, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. I'm, as per our Indian culture, Namaskar, very good morning, Sri Haridas, Variyarama, Sri Kalamideve, Jalatenamo. Good morning to all of you. I am Dr. Nisarg Joshi. I am my graduation completed from Veer Narmada South Gujarat University, Surat, Gujarat. Post graduation completed from Vallabh Vidyanagar, Sardar Patel University. I just completed my doctorate in electronics and communications. My yes, I have completed my citations. I have completed my four citations. I have been published 8 research papers, more than 15 uh, international, national workshop seminars, and more than 5 FDPs. Today's our as per I am firstly thank you to management committee that will be selected to me as a resource person. Now, not take a more time. Let's start our presentations. So, You got my screen? You got my screen?
Joshi sir, I'm sorry to interrupt you on it. Just need to have few seconds in it.
Okay.
Participants, at the end of this session, we will be sharing you the feedback form in the chat, which is onto your right corner. We request you your patience to stay till the last conference minute so that you can take the feedback form and fill the feedback form to get your participation certificate. Only the feedback form filled participants will be eligible to get the feedback forms. So we request everyone to stay with this workshop session till the end so that they can fill up the form and get the respective certificate for the same. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Sorry for the.
Alright, so everyone can see my PPTs. Let's start our this session. Today's our topic is strategies for assured acceptance in SCIE Q1 generals like IEEE transaction. Now, first of all, what is SCIE Q1? SCIE means Science Citation Index Expanded. C means SCIE, S for science, C for citations, I for index, and E for expanded. SCIE Q1 journals. Now we have the four types of journals: Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4. So Q1, it means that occupied by the top 25 journals. Q1 means top 25% generals. Q2 means 25 to 50% generals. Q3 means 50 to 75% generals, and Q4 means 75 to 100%. Now, what is the percentage of generals? It it reflects impact factor. So today's we are talking about the Q1 generals. That means the generals which have impact factor more than impact factor 25% generals, 1 to 25%. Let's starting gaining acceptance in top tier. Key Q1 generals such as prestigious IEEE transaction series can be challenging yet reward your research and academics. This comprehensive guide will be equip you with the essential writing and revise techniques to navigate the publications process and increasing your challenges of success. We have to, if we are the PhD scholar or research work, we have to try that our research paper, our knowledge will be said in Q1 journals, which is highly impact factor journals, top highly impact factor journals like IEEE. Uh, Sorry to all of you, but everyone can be hear me and show my slide. Please, management, give me the confirmation. Everyone, show me my slide or okay, okay. Thank you, madam. Thank you, madam. Okay, let's start. We are the research persons. We have to publish in Q1 journals like IEEE. Now, first, as I told you, SCIE. So it means Science Citation Index Expanded. Now, what is IEEE? It is the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineering. It will be established in 1st June 1963, and it is the largest technical professional organization decided to advance technique for the benefits of humanity. So it is the very high profile institute organization, and its journals take a highly impact factor. So we are the discussing on that topic. Let's start. First, manuscript preparation, formatting, and structuring for the ski Q1 journals. You think about that we have to do PhD and research work. So firstly important is manuscript preparation. Now, what will be show that adhere of formatting guidelines ensure your manuscript adheres strictly to formatting requirement of target Q1 journals include font size, margins, and citation styles. Paying close attention to these details demonstrates your professionalism and attention to the deal with the highly valuable by the editors. If you want to do the best your research work, that you have to follow all the formats and guidelines of QSP Q1 generals. What is the formatting guidelines? Generally, the guidelines is 12 font size times New Roman. Font size times New Roman spacing is 1.5 spacings. These are the basic fundamental of formatting guidelines. We have to follow. We have to substitute that things because of if we are not following the rules, we are rejected from these journals. Okay, so formatting guidelines is very important and it is the main part of manuscript preparation. Now the second point is organize contact logically. We are the this is the basically SCIE general, so we are the uh, ways of science and we are the following the logics. So if you are do the without logics, you are the totally throw out from this. So if you are do anything, please kindly focusing your topics, focusing on your context, and do the logically. So here structure your manuscript in a clearly and logical manner, following the standard IMRAD. It means it denoted that introduction, method, result, and discussion. First format, this will establish structure help editors and reviewers easily navigates you for your work and understand the follow your research. You have to completed IMRAD. That means your topic, your research work, introduction, your method, which method you have to use in your research work. Then you get the result, and the last is discussion. So IMRAD. So this is the logically way to follow your research work and then do your work and publish it. Okay. Next is emphasis scholarly writing. Prioritize precise, concise, and scholarly writing throughout your manuscript. Av- Avoid chloro- avoid colloquialisms or overly teasing language, and instead adopt a format, academic tone that aligns with the expectation of key Q1 general publications. Prioritize the precise, concise, and scholarly writing throughout the manuscript. Avoid the color over the phases, language, and interest. Adopt the format. You don't follow the adopted work, and you have to put your own things, your own knowledge. Do not adopt any kind of format. Do not adopt any literature. We are showing in next slide literature review and all that things. But you have to show your own slide. Okay, so it is the very important things that you have to do your own work. Next, targeting relevant research area, identify priority topics of IEEE transactions. Targeting relevant research area. First, for example, that if you are going to the in the summer vacation, you are going to vacation or for the trip of Manali. So you have to follow. You have to search that where what is the weather of Manali, what is the which are the preparation you are doing for that. So same it is that if you are doing your research work, then you have to identify priority topics of IEEE transactions. If you want the your publication, your publish your IEEE transactions key Q1 journals, then you have to priority your topics. So for that, align with general scopes. Carefully review the scope of focus areas of target IEEE transaction journals of ensure your research aligns with the priorities. This will be demonstrate your understanding of journals interest and increases the relevance of your submissions. Align with general scope. You are aligned with general scope, you have to demonstrate your understanding of generals, increasing and relevant your submission. This is the main thing. And identify emerging trends. Stay up to date with the latest research trend. What is the technology you have to use recently? What is the recently we are the very generally we are showing that the AI, artificial intelligence, rather than I'm prepared this slide with the use of AI tools. So it is a very generally we are trending that AI. So identify emerging trend, set up to date with the latest research trends, the technology advance in your field, targeting cutting edge topics that the current of highly interested to the general readership can significant boost your chances and acceptance. So it is the very important that identify what is your currently trending. If you are the for example of Nokia mobile is not the trending of currently way. So it's we are forgot the Nokia 6600 like that. If you are not the up to date, then you are not the publish the IEEE transaction. Okay. Next is leverage biometric data. Analyze the publication history and citation pattern to the target IEEE transaction journal to the identify the types of articles research area that have been most successful. This can inform your own research focus and writing approach. Leverage biometric data. It means that transaction general to identify the types of article and research area. Which type of article, which type of research work, all the things area have been the most successful. That you have to identify. Then it will be very easy to successfully published in SCIE Q1 journals. Okay, consult with expert. Engage with the experience and research and the colleagues in your field to gain insights into the current priorities and the hot topics with the IEEE transaction publications in ecosystem. Their guidance can be invaluable in referring your research focus. Consult with expert. For example, if we are not getting any kind of idea and all that things, we are uh, consult with our parents and all that things. Same thing is that in our research work, if we are not the highly professional and a highly doctorate person like Abdul Kalam sir and Homi Baba sir, so we have to consult with our experts, our colleagues, and our HODs and our uh, uh, senior person for regarding our research publication and research things. Okay. Next, drafting, compiling abstracts and titles, grabbing editors' attention. Now, in last two slides, we are showing that manuscript of preparations and uh, uh, research topic, targeting relevant research area, all that things. But the drafting, compiling abstract, we get for I think that someone's speaker is on, so please put it down. It will be disturbing all the participants. Hello. Okay. Crafting, compiling abstracts and the titles, grabbing editors' attentions, concise and informative abstracts.
வந்துருச்சு.
Develop a well-structured abstracts that succinctly presents to study objectives, methodologies, key
நல்லாதான்
findings,
இருந்தது.
and
அப்படியே
overall significance. Ensure the abstract clearly.
வந்த உடனே ஒரு போல் 10 மணிக்கு 10:10க்குள்ள ஒரு போலை போட்டு 10:15 ஒண்ணு முடிச்சிடலாம். வந்த உடனே
Someone's speaker is on. Please put it down. Put off.
One second, sir. Carol, ma'am.
Okay.
இடத்துல நிலையா
Okay.
நிக்கணும். You have a long இப்போ 3 வருஷம் படிச்சதா
Okay.
டிகிரி கிடைக்கும். ஒரு வருஷத்துல
Thank you.
கரெக்ட்டா. ஸோ இங்கேயும் என்ன ரொம்ப
Let's
நாள்
start.
இருந்தாலும்
Come to the point.
போல
Caroline, ma'am.
Hello.
Your mic is on. Can you please
ஒரு
put
மணி
us
ஆக
on
10
the.
நிமிஷத்துக்கு முன்னாடி ஒரு போல் 3 போல் பண்ணிருக்கேன்.
Caroline, ma'am. Sir, now you have been continuous, sir.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
Again, class చేయట్లేదు భలే వచ్చిందో ఫోన్ పెట్టినాం
Dr. Mulli sir, please put off your speaker. Okay. I hope nobody can disturb you. Okay, come to the point. Drafting, compiling abstracts and the titles, grabbing editors' attention. For in that we have 3 points. First, concise and informative abstracts. Second is impactful and descriptive titles, and third is strategical keyword session. First is concise and informative abstracts. Now you are thinking that I have to publish blah 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 this paper. I want to doing on this methodology. I have this keyword, all that things. But if you have not any kind of effective abstracts, that it will be chance that rejected by the SCIE Q1 journals. So in that, develop a well-structured abstracts studies objectives, methodologies, key findings, and overall significance. Ensure that abstract clearly communicate the unique contribution of your research to field. It will be reflect your research work. This is the importance of abstracts. Okay. Then impactful and descriptive titles. Craft titles that is both informative and eye-catching, capturing the ensure your research in a clear and concise manner. Avoid vague or generic titles and instead use specific keyword-rich language that accurately reflect the content of your manuscript. Impactful and descriptive titles. It means that craft the titles both informative to eye-catching. You are get the very effective, not the generic titles. Avoid vague. Okay, avoid vague that. Use specific keyword. Use specific keyword research language and accurately, which is reflect your manuscript. And the third is strategical keyword selection. Carefully select keywords that is align the target generals of focus areas and the broader research landscape. So it is the very helpful to select key Q1 journals that your research work that it will be published. It is very helpful that. Next, Understanding the guidelines and requirements keys to submission success. If you are a if you are selected, if you are anyone selected key Q1 generals like IEEE, then you have to follow their guidelines. Just because of you did not follow your guidelines, then you have to chance that you are rejected by the reviewer or the publisher. Okay, so understanding general guidelines and recruitments key to submission success. First, familiarize the submission of guidelines. Thoroughly review the submission guidelines and author instructions provided by the target IEEE transactions our generals. Ensure your manuscript strictly adhere to all formatting, length, and content requirements to demonstrate your attention to detail and committed to publication process. Firstly, familiarize the submission guidelines. Each and every publisher has their own guidelines, which is you have to follow that. If you are following that, you are easy going to submit your research work, and it will be very helpful for reviewer and selectors. Okay, then compile with ethical stance. Compile with ethical stance. This is very important point because of yourself with the general ethical policies, including guidelines to plagiarism, data sharing, and other responsibility. Strictly compiles the this standard is circular of maintaining the integrity of the publication process, ensuring a smooth reviewer experience. Each and every publication has the follow the UGC guideline, AICTE, and if we are going to medical science, all the publication has to follow the guideline of the government. So it will be included the guidelines, plagiarism, data setting, and other another responsibilities. So you have to compile ethical standards. Leverage reporting checklist. Utilize any available reporting checklist of guidelines provided by IEEE Transaction Generals to ensure your manuscript comprehensively address all the requirement elements. This demonstrates your attention to detail and effectively success to publish. Utilize the average reporting checklist or guidelines. Each and every, as I told you that each and every publication has their own rules and regulations, the following guidelines, you have to follow them. Seek additional support. If available, take advantage of any pre-submission additional support services offered by the journals such as language editing, peer review. You have to take this because of any you are the your research work is published first time, so you don't know what is the problem you will face in future. So if you will get the this kind of services like peer reviews such as language editing, all that things you have to take it and publish your paper. Now, effective literature review. This is the very important point because of you you are starting your research work in the past before even that before you're born it will be done your research work. As I told you that my research work is RDO Uno processor. Okay, so my literature review is very started from the 1986 before my born. So I am taking 1960, 1986, sorry, 1986. So it is the important things because of some literature review are starting from your born before. So it is a very effectively research review, literature review. In that, comprehensive analysis, identify knowledge gap, and synthesize insights. This is the three main points. First, comprehensive analysis. Conduct a throughout and cultural analysis of the exciting literature. Identify the key theories, methodologies, and findings that are the relevant to your research. This demonstrates your deep understanding of the field and the contents in which your study is situated. Comprehensive analysis. Conduct throughout and critical analysis of the exciting literature. Identify the key theory. It is the methodology and finding the relevant of your research. Some points are very important in this slide because of your research work is not the getting all the literature review, but in the literature you will get some point which is effective on your research. Okay, then identify knowledge gap. Carefully examine the current state of research to identify gaps, inconsistencies, and unsolved issues in the literature. This is the very carefully examining that current state of research to identify gaps, which is unsolved issue in the literature. So it is the point of your research work. It will be very helpful. Highlighting these gaps can effectively position your study such as valuable contribution or to the address or culture need the field. Synthesize insights. Go beyond a mere summary of the literature. Shape synthesize the exciting knowledge into the cohesive narratives. This demonstrates your ability, fertility, and analyze the integrated the findings of multiple sources. Okay. Next, data presentation and analysis, maximum impact and clarity, effective visualization, rigorous statistical analysis, insightful interpretations, addressing limitations. This is the main char point of data presentations and analysis. Maximum impact and clarity of your research work. Effectively visualizations. Effectively visualization, it means that visually clear and visualize data visualizations such as chart, graphs, and figure to effective your research finding. This is the very important that some points are we have to explain in charts, figure, and in that format. So it is very effectively visualization that you have selected graphs and figures. Ensure these visualizations are strategically designed to highlight the key insight and support your scholarly narrative. The graphs, figures, and charts which will you selected in your research work, it is visualization designed very carefully that is the highlights your key insight and your research knowledge. Okay, so effective visualization is very important things. Even though whenever you are completed your thesis work, you have to define that in after the index that how many figures, how many charts, how many block marks, and all that things how many tables, all that things you are using in this thesis. You have to put down your page number also. It is very important that. Then second is rigorous and statistical analysis. Conduct a thorough and statistically sound analysis of your data, employing appropriate techniques and methods. Presents your finding with a high level of rigor and transparency. Demonstrations and validity of reliability of your research. Rigorous statistical analysis. This is the sounds analysis of your data, employing appropriate technique and the method which is you are using your in research work. Okay, so present your finding with the high level and transparency demonstrations and validity reliability of your research. Sorry, insightful the interpretations. Provide a through thoughtful and unseen interpretation of your research finding, carefully considerations and the impactful implications and the signification within the broader context of the field. This demonstrates your ability to draw meaningful conclusions and contribute to the advantage of your knowledge. Insightful interpretations is the very demonstrate your ability to meaningful conclusion and the contribution to the advance your knowledge. So it is very carefully defined insightful interpretations. And the last one is addressing limitations. Each and every research work has their limitation. If you are not showing your limitation, it means that there is any kind of gap or lack of your research work. You have to know what is the limitation of your research work. This is the very important thing. In my part of research work, some students have come to me and show me their research work, and I am asking their limitation, but they don't know what is the limitation of their own research work. So this is the lack of your research work. You have to know what is the limitation. What is the limitation of your research work? This is very important thing. Even though in the PhD,
Sir,
yes, yes, sir.
sir, I want to know about what is the concept of the limitations in the study, sir. Some of the peoples can do whatever they thinking. Like there is a limitations for under response only, primary data only, or some of the peoples can give. We have collected from this particular of year or particular of data survey from a area. What is the current concept or procedure for the limitations of the study, sir?
Okay, uh, I will explain you that
Thank you, sir.
limitations. Yeah, please. Thank you. Limitations in the sense that you are, so for example, you are going to research on uh, AI, artificial intelligence. So in current scenario, we are getting that the AI is very helpful the or each and every field. So the limit, what is the limitation of AI? You have to know that it is either primary or secondary data. It uh, you have to know that AI, some field AI is very discontinued the human intelligence because of each and every person we who are using the AI. So they are directly using artificial intelligence, but they are not thinking about their own sense. So that is the limitation of that research work. So it is either a primary data or the secondary data. You have to carefully that in your research work the limitations. In this topic, addressing limitation, openly knowledge the limitation of your study, discussing and concentrating assumptions or potential bases that may have the influences your finding. This transparency enhances the credibility of your work and less the groundwork of your future research direction. Okay, so this is the main point of your limitation. It is very primary of the secondary. Okay. The next point is engage discussion and the conclusion. Strategy the scholarly narratives. Engage discussion and conclusion. From the first slide, we are going to point that firstly we select effectively titles, then the manuscript, then the abstract, then the method, then the follow the guideline of SCIE Q1 generals, then the limitations. Now we are going to on discussion and conclusion. In this topic, we have 4 points. First, truthful synthesis. Second is forwarded looking insights. Third is authentic reflection, and the fourth is compiling visualization. First is 2 hour synthesis. So in that, we'll target the key findings, ideas, and implications from your research into a cohesive, compiling narrative that leaves a lasting impactful. Through thought out the synthesis, where will the draw the key findings, ideas. In the research work, you have to many ideas. Like we are going to in some ideas are like very massive, but if you are going to on that way, so you getting the best output. You get the very good, impactful case. So this is the very key finding, identify and the impactful implication of your research, and is forward and looking insights. Outline the broader signification of your work and its potential to advance the field, sparking new direction of the future. Forwarding looking inside. Your research work you are getting from the literature, and now you are finding the knowledge gap, and you are doing you want to do on this topic. So it is forwarded and looking inside. What is it is the advantage of your field, sparking new direction of future research. Okay. Uh, Today's morning, I am getting one citation from Google Scholar at of my ECG signals. So that things I am sharing with you just because of your research work are very important, and it is very helpful to the society, to the each and everyone. So today's morning I am getting one citations. The next is hello. Yes, ma'am. I think that someone has one question. Hello. Third is authentic reflection. Engage in first self-evaluation. I think that someone has one question. Ma'am, please, what will you ask? Authentic reflections engage in hosted self-evolution, acknowledging limitations and the future challenges, demonstrating your commitment to the intellectual humility. Authentic reflections. Authentic reflection, it means that your research work is how much it is authentic. And it is known that your plagiarism report that reflects your knowledge limitation and the future challenges, demonstrations your commitment in the intellectual humility. Fourth is compiling visuals. Complement your written discussions with visual streak graphics or illustrations that enhance understanding and reinforce your key messages. Compiling visual commitment your writing discussion with the strict graphics or illustrations that enhance understanding and reinforce your key messages. Okay. Next, addressing review comments, strategies for constructive revisions. First is understanding. First is understand the feedback. Carefully review and fully comprehend the feedback provided by the journal's reviewers. Seeking clarification if any comments and unclear or ambiguous. Okay, so understand the feedback. uh, you are the going to the peer review journal or the SCIE Q1 journal like IEEE transactions. So the reviewer will watch you and get the feedback. So you have to understand the feedback of reviewers very carefully, seeking the clarifications if any comments and unclear or ambiguous. Then the second is respond constructively. Adopt a positive and open-minded attitude when addressing the reviewer's comments. Uh, the adopting a positive and open-minded attitude. The attitude, each and every person had their own attitude, but when are you are going to in research work and uh, especially you are the science person, that you have to always in positive attitude. That's because of if you are the getting your own attitude, then you are not getting the any kind of success. So always be open-minded attitude and go addressing reviewer comments. Avoid diffuse the response and instead focus on how you can improve your manuscripts. Okay, so it is very clearly that you have to open-minded and positive attitude for the from the reviewer. Then implement the revision thoroughly. Systematically implement the recommended changes and ensuring that you have addressing each point raised by the reviewers. Clearly document the revision made in your response letter. Systematically implement the recommended changes. If your reviewer point out the recommend to changes, that you have to implement that. Ensure that you addressing each point rising by the reviewers. Okay, then justify your discussion. If you choose not implement the specific reviewer suggestion, sometimes you are getting some points that you have to know the what is the reason behind it. but reviewer that don't know. So you have to justify your discussion that why you are choosing this point. So this is the main important things that if you are choosing not implement the specific reviewer suggestion, prove yourself, provide a well reason, and it is very authentic reason that respectful examinations of your discussion. These demonstrate your ability to engage in the constructive dialogues. Okay. Sometimes uh, the guide and the students getting the this kind of main issues before the justify your discussions and that, but we have to work in your professionally. Okay, because keep in mind that your research work is very useful to the society. This is very, and we are the science student. Proactively improve, use the reviewer's feedback as an opportunity to enhance the overall quality of your manuscript, going beyond simplify addressing their comments, strategy to improve the clearly structure and impact your work. Proactively improve. Use the reviewer feedback as an opportunity. Take the, as I told you, that always be on positive mind. Reviewer feedback take as an opportunity and enhance over the quality of manuscript. Going to beyond simplify addressing their comments. Stating improve your clarity and structure and impactful of your work. Okay. The next is polishing your writing, grammar, clarity, and style tips. As per my profession, I can see that some science student told me that, sir, we are the science student and we are not getting focusing on grammar and tenses. So I think that it is the wrong way that you have to, if you are science student, so you must be focused the grammar, tenses, and all that things, because as a you are science student, you are like a Q1, not Q4. Okay, so polishing your writing, grammar, clarity, and style tips. In that, master grammar, culture clarity, and the third is develop your style. So in that case, first is master grammar, on your grammatically powerless to craft polished error-free prose that commands attention, wave sentence with precision, ensure prefer the agreements, tenses and conchects. Master grammar is once your grammatically, as I told you before this in previous slide, that peer reviewed grammatically checking if general Q1 general and IEEE transaction provide you services like the checking spelling, sentence checking, peer reviews, all that things, you have to use that service just because of you are clear your grammatically mistake. Okay, so master grammar, it is the point of that services. Then the cultivate clarity, refining your writing with conscience, unambiguous languages, eliminated verbosity, simplify complex ideas, and guide your readers seamlessly through your work. Cultivate clarity. Cultivate your clarity. Define your writing conscience. What is it that? It is the simplifying complex ideas and the guidance your reader similarly throughout your work. Develop your own style. If you are generic for adopt any gender style, then you are not. There is the specific adhere focusing guidelines of that. style that is shown in your sentences, shown in your sentence, not your format. Okay, so develop your style. It is sense that your sentence, not your format. This is the thing that infuse your writing with a distinct capacity voice, experiment with the rhythm, word choice, and turn to the create a signature style that engages and inspires. Okay, so develop your own style. It means that you have to show it your sentences, not in the format, because of SCIE Q1 journals have their own format, which is follow the guidelines of UGC and AICT in the all that things. Okay, so develop your style in sentence. Then navigating the peer review process. Last is your peer review process. Insights for successful publications. In that case, we have 3 points, and the first is understand process, second is address reviewer feedback, and third is maintain professionalism. Okay, so first is understand the process. First is understand the process. Familiarize yourself with the typical peer review workflow: submission, initial screening, peer reviews, editors' discussion, and potential revisions. Understand the process. At this stage, if whenever you are going to the paper publishing, you publish your research work, and especially SCIE Q1 General, SCIE, SCIE Q1 Generals, at that at that age, you have to understand the process. Familiarize yourself the typical peer review workflow. Firstly, submission, initially screening, then peer review, editor's discussion, and the last is potential revision. Okay, so this is the process. And the second is address reviewer feedback. Response constructively to reviewer comments, making thoughtful revisions, and providing clear justification for your idea. In previous slide, I told you that sometimes you have that point that that point is very important in your research work, and it is not known about the reviewer. So you have to justify that point that reviewer comments, making thoughtful revisions, and provide clearly justification of your idea. That is the present your uh, research work. Okay, and maintain professionalism. Communicate with the editors, reviewer in the respectful and collaborative manner, demonstrative your commitment, and improving the manuscript. Maintain professionalism. Whenever you are present or publish your research work, at that at that age you have to maintain your professionalism. You are not any other person. Okay, so you have to communicate with the editor and the reviewer and the respectful and the collaborative manner, demonstrating your commitment, and the improving the manuscript. The manuscript, what is the year? It is the very important thing. Okay, so these are the
So I just
very
want to understand
important
that
point
what
of
publications have you received
research
regarding
work,
for your
that
research?
is our topic is strategical of ensure acceptance in
So the thing
SKU,
is,
SKI
I'm just saying,
Q1,
the reason why I'm asking is
Science
that
Citation
the journally, whatever
Index
editor, we
expands
itself also know that
journals
we don't
like
know the
IEEE.
index of journal.
And
Whatever
now
the
I'm
editor is that
thank
what I
you
understand is that
to the international scientific and research and publications event departments that to choose me as a resource person. Now, if anybody has any questions,
sir, one thing I'll
please
let you know, sir. Sir, for your information,
ask
I'll
me.
just say one thing, sir. The editors, right? What we have contacted with the editors, whatever the editor is sharing, we are taking that as a general and we are putting. So, for example, for someone who's publishing it over the WhatsApp and group and everywhere, with knowing that, it will not be for sure doing that. Am I right, sir? So because that is the reason, because as we are not we don't have the exact thing whatever the same thing you are giving it to the respective
I hand
authors or
over to
the client
management
to verify,
that
because why if we see that it's something you are saying is
if
different,
anybody
why
has
we'll
any
give you the
kind of questions,
verify. But the reason why you're giving is right, we don't have any aiding in it. Mm. Mm. Okay. So obviously, because the editor has given you the editor has given the journal link, so obviously that will be the link which has been actual to us. So now we are raising it. For sure, we will just have a word with the respective editor to get it cleared, sir. So no worry, sir. Don't worry. For sure, you will get it rectified.
Excuse me, sir.
Sure, sir. For sure, you will get it rectified, sir.
hello, yes sir,
Sir, good afternoon, sir. This is Rajesh Kumar from Coimbatore.
yes sir, good afternoon, please.
Sir, I have a main
Regarding,
implementation,
sir.
a query about abstract and keywords on the IEEE journal publication, sir. Many of the
Sorry, I
people's,
can't get you, sir.
or I have see or get a reference from other journals. Many of the people's has been normally using abstract keywords from any words, like getting some of the words from the after the journals only, not to implement on the own creation of abstract and keywords. What are the statistical tools or what are the techniques could be implementations? How could we use the abstract and the keywords about our journal in the
Wagner.
related to the topic, sir?
Okay, uh, I got your questions,
Okay.
and in that case, you have to uh, consign an informative abstracts. You have to develop well-structured abstract. It is that is the studies of your objectives, methodologies, and key findings. You are not taking the adopt
Right, sir.
and
We don't
avoid
have the
vague
thing.
or
The
generic
editor,
titles
whatever shared is it. For your
and the
research,
going
right?
to
For
on
sure,
that
we'll have a
abstracts.
word with the
But you
respective
have to
publication
develop
companies, because
studies of
whatever the
objectives,
editor is giving, saying
methodologies,
that this is the
key
link of the
findings,
particular thing,
and
we are
overall
proceeding with it. That's
significance.
how we do that.
That you
So if you are
getting
raising
the
such a question, we'll for sure raise it with
abstracts
the
of
respective editors.
key Q1 journals like IEEE transaction. If you are going to on that phenomena, that
No
you
worries,
are
sir.
getting
For
that
sure. So have you shared the actual link?
abstracts.
I just want to understand. Have you
As
shared the original
you can
link,
see on my
journal link?
slide, consult and informative abstracts, crafting, compile abstracts and titles. You can see that.
Mm. No, the reason why I'm asking you is why is the risk is right? Because we itself will not. So once you confirm only, we'll be proceeding with the particular thing. Why? Because like we want the clients to be clarified with that. That is the reason we are sending
Sir,
all the
thank you,
links
sir. And one more
to
question
the
about
client to verify.
the
Yeah.
IEEE, sir.
Yes, sir. Please, please, sir.
Sir, how could we analyze the free publications in the IEEE, sir, from the any of streams, sir, like computer science or mathematics,
Yes,
any
sir.
of, sir. But how could we analyze and how could we get the information about the Free journals, sir.
Uh, See, I got
Major
your point.
journal you have published right now,
See,
sir?
the IEEE is, as I told you, that it is a well-known and
Okay, because most
highly
currently the slots not
professional
granted and it's
organization.
not there.
It will be
It's been
established
closed. That is the
in
reason I was
first
asking you.
January 1963, and it is world. It is the world largest technical professional organization, which is advantage of techniques for the benefit of
Yes, sir.
humanity. So if you are
Definitely, sir. That is the
getting
reason we are surviving for the
Q1
last 20 years.
generals in free of cost and all that things, I don't think so that you are getting like that. But you are going to on Google or the any other sites you are getting, but it is the Q3 or Q4, but not the getting the Q1 as per my knowledge because of
Got it, sir. So
Q1
I'll
and
just
Q2
forward this
are
request. First of all,
the
let me just,
highly
because as you said,
impact
we will
factor
take up the query
generals.
because we
As
are
I
in this
told you,
we will get
Q1
this
is
complaint.
1 to
We will forward this
25% and
particular to the
Q2 is
executive first.
25 to
So we'll get the
50%.
confirmation on it. Based on that, we will proceed
So,
for the whatever the
uh,
requirement is there. We'll do the
as per
necessary
our
work,
Indian culture,
and
if
this
you
so
are
that
getting
this Joshi
something,
work can
you are
we can
pay
deliver the.
something else. Either it is rupees or it is knowledge, whatever it is. But if you are getting some things, you are pay some. Okay, so if you are going to on Google website also, that if you are getting any channels, but I don't
Sir,
think so. Okay,
actually,
it is
I have
going
to
to on
say one thing, sir.
Q1 or Q2.
Thing is right.
Maybe it is
We'll put the
Q3
link
or
which Joshi
Q4.
had we have
It
received,
will be
and the
available that.
scopus link which I checked it. So both the SSN number and ISN number will be the same. So it doesn't have any difference. As in
Thank you, sir.
organization it
Thank you
is
so
something
much,
different.
sir.
So we need to claim to the particular editor that
Welcome.
this is something which you are given, and but the clients are giving something else. So we have to check with that. Joshi will check on it, sir. Got it, sir. For sure, as I said, right, we will be having a first, let
Now
us
I think
take your
let's
feedback
complete the
and we'll
session.
forward to the respective team and let us just confirm it.
I hand over to
So let us
management,
just forward this first
event
and
management committees.
just give us some time to just confirm the start of it because
Please
by after
take
sharing
the
the link, we'll
charge.
know what is the status of it. Because they should first defend on if they're saying that it's the original journal, we'll ask the respective proof for the same and we'll share you the respective things in it. And if not, we'll do some what is need to be done for the alternative audit. For sure, we'll do it, sir. For sure, we'll do that. Just give us 2 days of time. By Monday, we'll just kindly we'll confirm you the process, whatever the current status of the particular query, and we'll keep you posted on that same, sir. After this call, the request will be shared to the respective chat support team, and chat support team will be forwarding you the queries request, sir. Sure, sir. That'll be okay. So thank you very much and have a great day. Got it, sir. For sure, we'll check on that and we'll get it verified for you. First, sir, as I said, first we have to analyze what is the actual issue is, and we have to defend it first. Once after the defending, if the editor says it's the original journal, we'll take the respective proof for it and we'll share it to you. If something else is there, we have to work for it. For that, we require time. So currently, the time is right to know what can be done for this and what is the right thing here. So that is what I'm just saying. We'll take Monday. Sir, understood, sir. Sir, you are, sir, one thing, Dhruvan sir, you have given some information. You are giving information, but we are not the decision maker. We have to forward your query to the respective, so they have to just defend that. So based on that only we will be able to just proceed with the further things on it. That is what I just want to inform you. So if they are saying that the original journal, we'll take the respective details of it and we'll forward it to you. You can verify with your guide or whatever whoever you require. You can just verify with that. If else is something else, I mean, we'll check with that and what can be done further. We'll be discussing on that things. Monday you can expect a confirmation from our end. Thank you. அது மோஸ்ட் பின் உள்ளே இருக்கு. Joshi sir, session is over, sir. Sir, session is over, right? Ha, sir, I'll be online, sir. Joshi, thanks for your time and sharing your knowledge about this particular topic in our free workshop. And hope everyone had got their doubts and information, and the new knowledge has been addressed in it. Hope a new improve. There will be new ideas that have been given by Dr. Joshi sir. Hope the session was really extraordinary, and I can feel that there was lots of interactions happening in that, and lots of conversation was there, and clarification was done. I'm really happy that Joshi sir was able to guide us completely on that particular thing. Really happy for that, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. And
Thank you,
also, dear participants, I've shared you the feedback form in the chat. I request everyone to take the link copied into it and please fill the feedback form. And also, whoever is filling the feedback form, they will get the free assistance for the next 90 days of time. So all your PhD related, whatever the basic clarification, basic assistance is required, you can always reach to our support team. You can get it done, and all our updates are going in the group so that you can check on it. And it will be the assistance will be completely or free of cost. You can take the assistance from our end. Thank you, sir, once again. Joshi, thanks, sir. All.
Thank
Have
you.
a great day, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you, sir.
for your
Thank you.
patience, participants. Thank you.
Thank you.